hills or I'll blow it off!
There's gold in them dar hills.
Hello miners, welcome back to Gold Rush the Game, and thanks to all your comments in last episode. Those little hints and helpful tips that you gave me have helped a little bit. The first thing I did was, because it wasn't too expensive, I went ahead and bought myself the Nuggetator, which is kind of an interesting name for a machine when you're not really actually getting gold nuggets out of it. This little machine here, we'll see it get used today. I just done a clean out a little while ago, but what you do is you put your miner's moss in here, and it'll shake it out, and you're definitely going to get more gold, and I think actually more magnetite out of your mats as well. The other tip that I did, and it has helped out a lot from what you guys have said, and I do believe it's true, that the front end loader, you don't get the gold out of the ground like you would if you use the excavator. Why? Who the heck knows? But I've been using the excavator, the big excavator that we have, digging the soil out from the top layer, and to get the little bits off the bottom of the ground down to bedrock. I've been using the front end loader. So my cleanouts have gone from the front end loader. I was getting like 25, 30 at best ounces. With the excavator, I've gotten like 45 ounces. Of course, and don't forget the moss, the gold nuggetator. I want to call it the moss cleaner, but it's called the Nuggetator. But yeah, the cleanouts have been better. The magnetite, we're getting a lot more of it. Now, last night I was up to like 315 ounces of gold. But then midnight came and the owner took 130 ounces of the gold that I collected all day yesterday. So it brought me down to like 100 and something. I want to say like 180. I've worked myself back up to, on the last cleaning, 247 ounces of gold, which is going to be enough because the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to take our magnetite and we're going to go to town, smelt some gold, and we're going to replace the trommel. The trommel is something I can afford. The old Arnold trommel, which is a tier 4 trommel. It's supposed to go ahead and get ourselves some more gold. I will say, with the original trommel or the first tier trommel, whatever, I think it's, I don't even know what it's called. This is a trommel, I guess. When one wheel breaks, you might as well go store buy all 6 because it's like one after another. Same thing with the duplex jig pumps. When one fails, seems like the others do follow. Oh yeah, and also at the end of that recording last episode, and I know some people made hints and tips like I said. Yeah, so what I was doing originally was I was letting the water run while I was cleaning everything out. So when I do a clean out, even though I got electricity running down here, I do unplug the duplex jig pumps. And I do take the water off the hog pan mats as well. So no running machinery or running water anywhere in the plant as I'm doing cleanouts. Yeah, go ahead and save that game, why don't you? Thank you. So let's go over here and grab our magnetite. Now look at the bucket, 87% full. That is pretty darn good. Where is my truck? That is the question. Did I leave it parked over here? Yep. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to sell all the broken parts that I had. Got quite a few in there, as you can imagine, because that's what I get. Also, I'm out of diesel fuel on site, so depending on how much money we get, I may buy the big fuel tank. So let's come over here. I'm also selling, so you can see the big water pump coil went again. Big water pump pipe. The big water pump coil kind of is depressing because that was the reinforced one. So, trommel, roller, you're going to see a whole bunch in there. Why is one worth 140 and the other one's worth 80? I don't know. Mobile generator cooler went. The magnetite separator hose went. What else do I got here? Duplex jig pump, hydraulic hose on the shaker. I now got reinforced hydraulic hose there. And what else? Mobile wash plant. We're going to sell that as well because why not? So I'm going to get $5,700 for all this. Every little bit helps. And plus get it off our lot here and make it maybe run smoother as well. While I'm in town, I need to get a couple more, or at least one more 5-meter cable. So I finally snapped one enough to where it broke, and we're going to need that. The extra hog pan mats I had down there, I picked those up. And the other thing also, I have not gotten any more workers wanting to come work here as of yet. I think it's been like a day and a half in-game days since we hired our first worker. So there is that. So on the way down to... First, we're going to go to the parts store, the hardware store, and get a 5-meter cable. Because I think I'm going to move the trommel with 5-meter cables, not 7. I think that'll work out just fine. And then we're going to go stop at the big machine shop and get ourselves the old Arnold trommel, which is going to cost like $250,000. I've been kind of hoping that things would come on sale that I need, but that never really ever happens now, does it? Does it? No, it does not. Let's go ahead and get it out. I don't know how much magnetite we're going to have here, but we're going to soon find out if I don't get stuck on the truck. Let's dump that into there. So we're sitting at 1,386. And we now have 6,144. So that should definitely go ahead and give us some upgrades available to us. Alright, let's head on down to the store. Now, another thing I did try in between episodes, luckily I saved the game, but I went ahead and purchased, because when the rollers started going on the trommel, well, it seemed like when one thing broke, they all started to break really fast, and I was getting tired of going down to the store and having the machine plant run for about 2 minutes and something else break. I went ahead and purchased the upgrade for the machine parts, and basically what that will allow us to do is back at the claim, I can go ahead and order parts, and I do believe they'll get delivered right to the claim. So I tried it because it was like 20 grand. I won't say only 20 grand. I'm like, yeah, that, you know, at this point it'd be worth it. They do charge you a shipping fee, but it doesn't tell you how much the shipping fee actually is. So I was ordering, I think, 2 of the duplex jig pumps, and it should have cost me like around $2,500. I think it was $2,500 when I came down to the store and bought them. But if I were to even deliver to the claim, it was going to be like $3,600. Yeah, so they're going to charge me like $1,000 to have it shipped over. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, right now, I'll just drive on down to the store. Thank you. Oh, no, cables are in here. I'm not going to parts. We just need cables. 5 meter. Those are 7. Those are 4. Those are 5. We're just going to get 1. That's all we need, just to make sure we got all 5. I probably could have moved this around with 2 cables, but you know what? Let's go ahead and order that. Bring my money down just a little bit. Yeah, so originally, I think at the end of the last episode, I was like at $80,000 in the bank account. Now you can see we're down to 26. But I mean, like I said, the gold nuggetator was like $27,000. So it wasn't that expensive, but it certainly is paying off, I do believe. Yeah, $27,600. It's kind of weird how the prices do change from day to day in here. And it's true at the big machine shop as well. Now let's go smelt some gold and see how many upgrades we can get. And then, yeah, then it's time to buy the old Arnold's trommel and see how well that improves. Now, I'm not going to drill the site yet because I want to kind of dig up the dirt where I've been digging up, because I want to see how much this will improve our cleanouts. I wonder if I got enough cash to smelt all this gold. Let's go to upgrades first. Gold losses. How much is gold losses? Well, this will definitely help out. That's going to cost me 52 or 5,300 ounces of magnetite, and that only cost 25. Let's go with gold ounces, because if I can save an ounce, that's like $1,200. And I don't think he's charging me that much right now as it is. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one here. Yes, please. And that leaves me with not enough to do anything else. That would cost 37. And time-wise, all right, so we're pretty much right where we need to be. All right, oh, so smelting. All right, let's go ahead, and I think I can do 80 ounces at a time. Gold loss, not that much on 80 ounces, so that's not too bad. All right, so I'm going to smelt a few bars here. What's that going to be, like 3? Well, probably pretty close to 4 bars. Yeah, it's going to be just enough where I'm going to need... I may just do 3. I'll see you in a bit. Well, there was an hour of my day just sitting outside the blacksmith getting all 4 bars smelted. I did go ahead and smelt the last bar, which was about 7 ounces worth of gold. The 7 ounces is... 7 ounces is going to be quite a bit amount of money. We'll see how much I get from that bar. Let's go ahead to... Let's see what the gold price is. Kind of low today. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Because I'm selling gold bars. So, I mean, that last gold bar, I'm still going to get 8,500. But anyways, yep, we're going to have a good amount of cash here. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And sell that. bringing me just over $300,000. I wasn't expecting to get that high today, but you know what? That is going to help me out greatly. At least I do hope so. All right, let's go to the big machine shop and get ourselves the old trommel, unless the price is jacked up high today. Then I may have to go ahead and wait. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be just fine. Now, the old Arnold's trommel is what we're getting. That is going to be part of the Tier 4 package. So hopefully... the sun's coming out. I don't mind that it's raining because I do have the vents turned on. And if it doesn't rain for many days, the stream could dry up. And I don't have a water tank as of yet. Old Arnold's trommel. This is the big one that we'll get in the future. But that's $500,000. But I think what we're going to do... We're going to go ahead and first of all order this. Let's add that. That leaves me $50,000. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the big fuel tank. Unless, how much is that? I don't want to say it's only 20 grand. The reason I think I get fuel cheaper by buying it in bulk, and I am out of fuel. I do realize, though, that fuel will not be delivered until midnight, so I may have to go buy some. But if that saves me diesel fuel over the long run, that's good. So the other things that we will need to buy for Tier 4, but the D-Rocker is, let's just say, $460,000. And the planters, where is it, the planters? Yeah, the planters... We're going to say another... So I need like another $1 million easily. The gravel pump, I believe, is part of the Tier 5 package. Same with Glacier Creek, which is, we'll just say $1.16 million. Yeah, we're not going to look at that stuff. But as for the driller, I wonder how much it is to rent the driller. I may do that today, may not. We'll have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and check on out. So $267,000. Let's go and place that order. And of course, now we got to go ahead over to here, and we want to move that, and we want to move that for $3,500. Move those machines, if you please. Leaves me $30,000. All right, that's not too bad, and it's still early morning. I do have the times speed back down to ×1. I did move it up to ×12 when I was smelting the gold. That went have to wait there for a real lifetime hour. So let's get back to the claim. I will get a little bit of cash because we're going to sell the old trommel. I'm guessing I'm going to get like 10 grand for that. I think we bought it for 24,000. So I'll probably get like, I think it's half. I think that's normally what you get. But I'm just going to say 10,000 to make myself feel better if I do sell it and I get 12 or 13. But getting those couple of upgrades for the smelter, which is nice driving there, Peanut. I mean, it's game lagged a little bit. That's what I'm going to say. Game lagged. But, yeah, I'm going to save myself or earn myself a little bit more cash, but not losing as much gold. Why is this truck not turning... I wasn't driving this bad in between episodes, I promise. That was terrible. I wonder if one of my tires is getting ready to explode on me or something. Maybe that's it. Or maybe I'm just driving too fast to get back to the claim because I'm excited about getting the new trommel up and running. Alright, so it says no fuel, which is not a surprise there. And I was just wondering, I'm like, would there be some fuel? I don't know why I'm driving this tight little area. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and just park it right here. There we go. I was wondering if it was going to come with a little bit of fuel in the tanker, but obviously not. So here is the trommel. Now, which way is which here? Alright, so this is the side I need to hook up on. I do believe, because that's where the power is. So when I bring my excavator over, I need to hook to this side. Alright. So the first thing I need to do, I'll probably drive the excavator down here, hook up the cables. I'll get the old one out of place. And then we'll bring the new one over, get it all hooked up, and then we'll start doing a run through the wash plant. Let me jump up here. We will disconnect this, and I'll bring it over to here. Let's wind this up, just to get it out of the way. I'm stuck on something. There it goes. There you go. I'm hoping I can bring the excavator up through here, hook it up, and get it out of there. We shall see if I can. Bear attacked the claim and broke the cable. I'm standing right here. What bear, what cable? What? What? Alright. I was standing right there when the bear attacked the cable, I guess. So now I need to go down to the store because I don't think I got any more. I don't think I got any more of these at all. I cannot. Yeah. Cannot catch a break sometimes. Just cannot catch a break. So there's an event. I guess I'd rather have that event rather than having no water. Let me just come in here because I didn't check it all since the day before. Let me go to workers. So we got this guy hired. He's up to 29%. I think he was at 26 or 27% when we hired him. But there is no workers waiting for us as of yet. So must be the word of my claim is like, yeah, he doesn't know how to mine, which could be true. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the excavator. It's going to take a moment or two to get on down here. I may have to go to the store, the fuel store, to get some fuel because I don't know how much fuel is left in the excavator and move some stuff around. So yeah, let me get some things done here. I only get $20 for that. Oh yeah, let's confirm, get my 20 bucks. Let me get some of this stuff done and I will see when I bring in the new old Arnold's trommel over to be installed, and then we'll start digging some more dirt, run some dirt through, and hopefully we get a really good clean out on the first go. Could I go? I'm hoping for over 50 ounces. At least it better be. Got the old one out, no problem whatsoever. That one lifted up high enough with 5-meter cables. This one may not be high enough. Now the difference being is on the old trommel, the hooks for the old trommel are on the corners of the trommel. This one here is almost dead center, so it gives me more play to hook up the cables, but I can't lift it as high. I did get 12 grand for the old trommel, so that's kind of good. I shouldn't say kind of good, that's really good. So I'm happy with that. But I'm hoping that this trommel here will definitely increase the gold production. Also, from last episode, people were saying I should be getting like 100-ounce cleanouts from the Tier 3 wash plant. I was getting, at that time, 30, and I got up, like I said, at best, from doing the tricks that you guys told me with the gold nuggetator and also using the excavator to dig the dirt up. I was getting, at best, like 45. I don't think, maybe I got 50 at one cleanout, I don't remember. But let's just say 50 was my best cleanout, so I'm still like halfway there. And like I said, I don't want to drill just yet because I want to try to compare this trommel to the old ones. We're going to dig like it right in the same spot. Now the gold could be getting better, it could be worse. You know, I'm not quite sure. Well, let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. And now, let me go ahead and bring this in like this. Raise that up a little bit. Now let's bring this in. Oh, okay, that was rather easy. For having the hard placement set on, that still sets rather easy, I think. All right, now let's get the excavator kind of out of here. Now I would like to bring since I got the excavator up here, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring the fuel tank over. And I want to put the fuel tanker next to the Jenny because the generator is not going through the fuel at all. But if I'm going to move it, or should I just leave it there? Just to keep it out of the way, because I got the mobile fuel tank. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there, I think. Because I do got the mobile fuel tank to move the fuel around if I want to. If I put the big fuel tank up there, it could just get kind of clustered up there. So if I want to move things around, then that'll be just kind of be in the way. And really, it's not that hard to, fill up the mobile fuel tank and get that moving. So what I need to do now is let's go ahead and lower this on down. This as well, so I can take these cables off. So yeah, working on the Tier 4 wash plant. Now, like I said, when I get up to Tier 4 on the wash plant, I'm not going to do any of the Tier 5 stuff probably on this claim. I'm going to start saving up the cash. I can buy the land myself. Hopefully it won't take too long. I mean, if I get 100-ounce cleanouts, that means I could probably buy the claim. I would like to do that today, but I'm not getting 100-ounce cleanouts. Maybe we'll now with the better trommel in place. Because I'm trying to figure out, do I want to buy if I buy the claim before midnight, that way the claim owner won't take a lot of gold. And I mean, if yesterday he took 130 ounces and now I should get better gold out of the ground now, he may take, let's just say, he could take like 200 ounces from me by the end of the day. Yep, we are good to go. Yeah, since I'm leaving the fuel tank here, if I come up to here somewhere, it should give me a prompt for delivery. There it is. Actually, no, it's still, the diesel fuel is still the same price. I thought I got a discount when you bought the big fuel tank. Alright, so I'm just going to spend 10 grand on diesel fuel for now. Is that going to be enough? Well, if it's not, it's not. But at least it'll be there. I may have to go get some fuel today anyways, but... Alright, so I thought I got a discount when I did that. That's kind of disappointing. I remember getting a discount in the early days. I could be wrong, but because like I said, the last time I played this before making episodes was back in November of 2017, so it's been a while. Alright, so let's mosey the excavator back on over to where I originally was digging from, which is in the back right hand corner of where this hole is. And then we'll bring the dump truck on over, and then we'll be... Oh, I still got to go to... before I do anything, I still got to go and get an electrical cord because a bear came and attacked the cable. Go figure. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this machinery set up. I may bring it back when, say, the wash plant is at 80%. And yeah, we'll make another dump truck delivery, and then we'll do a clean out. And we'll see if I get better than... I mean, if we get better than 50 ounces, I have not had a clean out better than 50 ounces. I know that much. So we'll see if we can get better than 50 ounces with the new trommel in place. I mean, the page says, you know, as you get better equipment, you're going to extract more gold. That's yet to be seen, but we're going to find out here today in this episode. I got to get some things set up first, though. Well. I was going to bring it in just a little bit later, but I just found a gold nugget. That is the first gold nugget I have found since I put in the tier 3 wash plant. I was actually going to mention that when I was going to bring it back when I got the dump truck about 50% full. This should be the last truck I need to get a full wash plant. But I was going to mention that. I'm like, yeah, I forgot to mention I haven't got a gold nugget. And the reason why I haven't mentioned it yet and I forgot about it is because it's been so long since I got one. I kind of forgot even about them. I just forget about it. That's even turned on. But an 18-ounce nugget, I will take that. Especially for the troubles I've had. Having trouble with the wash plant. Well, it's breaking down. The springs on the shaker are breaking down. I've had 3 of them break down on this clean out alone. And we're not even through the clean out. I have extra springs. I mean, I did have one in storage. So the first one's like, all right, I got one in storage. But I knew... when the first one broke, I'm like, okay, how many of them are going to break? I think there's 6 of them. 6 or 8 springs on this plant. I forget, on the shaker. So when I went to the store, I bought 4 of them. I mean, if I use them, I use them. If I don't, I don't. But that does cost a little bit of money. That's why our money's down to $28,000. Now, I also, on the way back from the store, I stopped at the big machine shop to see how much it would be to rent the drill. Now, renting the drill, not a problem. We got the cash for that. The problem is I got too much machinery on the site. So I would have to upgrade to how many machines I could have on the site, which means upgrading for 40,000, I think it is. Or I could bring back one of the pieces of equipment that I'm leasing. I'm leasing the dump truck, and we're also leasing the front wheel loader. Dump truck, I cannot bring back. That is a must. The front loader, I guess I could, but I am going to use the front loader to clean up the mess down at the bottom. You can see I'm getting kind of down near the bottom down there. So, yeah, even though the front end loader doesn't give me as much gold as the excavator does, to clean the bottom, I'd rather use the front end loader because when you try to use the bucket loader, the excavator, when it hits the bottom of the bedrock, yeah, you could damage the teeth on there. So I'll probably just end up using the front end loader for that. So as for getting the drill right now, I don't know. But the first thing I want to do is I want to get a clean out going because I want to see what this trommel will do. Now, like I said, it's kind of hard to exactly judge what's going on because I could be digging another spot that's got rich in gold area right now, which I don't know because we haven't drilled anything yet. So one more bucket should do it. and which is perfect because it's almost time to move the excavator. I'm actually hitting bedrock down there. Okay, so there's my point. So when you hit bedrock with the excavator, yes, you can damage the teeth on the bucket. So right now, as for the big equipment, the only thing that we do own is this Volvo, cough, cough, excavator that we painted. 97% full, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and turn the engine off. I got enough fuel in that for a while. Like I said, if I have to go to the gas station and get some more diesel fuel, not a big problem because, well, I mean, you need fuel, right? I just thought when I got the big fuel tank, I thought there was a discount by buying the fuel in bulk as you can with a big fuel tank, but I guess whatever. And having the fuel on site, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, I haven't had to go get diesel fuel since the last time we did, and you guys saw that whenever that was. So, yeah, the electric generator does not go through that much diesel fuel. The small generator can, but then again, it's a small generator. But I found a gold nugget. I was wondering, I can't believe I was going to bring it back and mention that. And what do? We ended up finding a gold nugget. Now, this pay dirt I'm dumping in here, this is going to be more than what we need, I would think. So I'll have to get ready over by the generator to turn everything off. And let's lower that down. The dump truck will sit right here. So it all depends on what we get on the clean out here to determine what my next step will be. Either I'm going to drill, or what are we sitting at? 90%. So either we're going to, I'm either going to lease a drill and possibly upgrade the site to where I can have more machinery on here. Because let's see, I mean, the only other thing I would have on the site would be a drill. The bulldozer, I remember using that years ago, and I didn't really see a need for it. I mean, I guess if I found a rich pay dirt site way in the back and I want to bulldoze my way down to get down to the ground, I guess I might do so. But I'm hoping this thing right here today is going to be my savior on the claim. I wouldn't say savior, but make progress a little bit quicker. Like I said, it all depends on what we get in this clean out. Will show me what I do next on the site. Hopefully I'm not disappointed with this clean out. So yeah, we got to get the D-rocker for tier 4, and of course the planters instead of duplex jigs down there. That's going to cost like $1 million. Then once I replace those, we got a complete tier 4 setup. Our generator, we're not even halfway on the generator of using power. So we are all good there. Let's come on here and get ready to turn this off. Oh, we're at 100%, so let's go ahead and stop. Big water pump is still going. What I do next is I decouple the water to the shaker. Then we come on down here, unplug the duplex jig, and make sure you put the cord to the side, because if you just drop it, sometimes it can get kind of covered by all this stuff. Okay, second duplex jig will... Nope, I need that plug for this. And then I take the water out of there and into here. So everything up there should be stopped and no water running. So now what we do is we take our miner moss and we just go ahead and put it into the nuggetator. I'm still not quite sure why it's called the nuggetator, because as far as I know, it's not going to get nuggets out of it. At least we don't in the game. Whatever. So the smaller miner moss, you can double them up per shaker. So as you can see, as I'm doing here. But when we get to the big miner moss up above, it'll take up a whole row. So all the miner moss is right there, and it does go into a bucket right here. I got a spare one because sometimes I fill them up. A bucket on a run. So while that's running, I did remember a trick from years ago when I played. So when you take these grates off, I was putting them on the ground, but if I came back to me, if you put the grates like right in the center of the post and release them, they raise up and they sit right there. That way they're kind of out of your way. They're not on the ground everywhere. The first time that happened, I was like, oh no, they're not going to come on out. They do. Alright, let's go ahead and get this miner moss off this one here, and we'll run that through. So I was going to say it's going to be kind of easy to see how much gold we got off this run because we were at 0, but now we're sitting at, we'll just call it 19 ounces. that all 6 of them? Yep, it's all 6. All right, let's go ahead and turn this off. And put this stuff on down. So I don't know how long it's going to be before other workers are going to apply for jobs on our site. Or at least tell me they're available, because I would like to get some more workers here. So now the big miner moss, you can see, is going to take up the whole row now, because these are a little bit bigger. Still trying to figure out where I want to put the gold nuggetator. It's not too bad here because it's in between, but the problem is walking around the 2 little sluices for the hog pan. I kind of get stuck on them by walking around. Looks like you need to go there. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this on. And while that's cleaning those up, come over to the second sluice run over here. I said jump on up. There we go. Same thing. Find yourself a post, release them, and they go on up and in. Instead of just dropping them on the ground and have to run. That way when you're up here putting them back on, they're easy to grab. You can see they're all right there. You may have already known the trick. I kind of forgot about it. So the nuggetator for $27,000, once you have the cash, I would say, yeah, go ahead and definitely get it. 1, it's easier to clean the mats, miner moss. 2, you seem to get definitely more out of the miner moss. And it's less buckets and labor intensive for you. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Nice and clean. Now we'll come up here and put these in. But man, if I can get more gold nuggets, that'd definitely move along how we're progressing. So I need another $1 million for the tier 4 complete wash plant set. I need $600,000 to buy the property so our landowner doesn't take his 30%, his or her 30% at the end of the day. 30% is a lot. I mean, I've been watching Gold Rush since it came out on Discovery Channel for years, and yeah, most miners would, if they were leasing property, if they said, yeah, 30%, they'd be like, yeah, see you later. No one does it really for 30% unless you're just getting fistful of gold nuggets off of there. Alright, let's go ahead and pop those in there. Now see, I don't know if this is the best location for it, because I got to keep jumping up and down because I keep getting stuck on the sluice runs of the hog pan. Oh, someone did leave a comment that they don't run the hog pan with a pump. And one time I forgot to take the hose and electrical off here. If you don't run water through here, now it could be because I got the hog pan with pump. If you don't run water through here, the dirt just comes out and piles up here and clogs it up. So, you know, maybe that's the difference. I'm not too sure. Alright, so while that's running, now I come over and grab these 4 buckets. Where did you come from? Oh, you came from over here. Now, we'll see here shortly. Alright, so on a good run with the excavator, the way I've been doing it, I have been getting about 40 ounces of magnetite from the duplex jigs. So this is why I need a second bucket, because sometimes you get this where it fills up the bucket completely. And I'm trying to separate my buckets to see where where the gold's really coming from. And now I need another bucket, and we'll turn this on here. Let's just take a brief second, and yep, alright, we're all set. Alright. You're not going to see nothing in the bucket really, but it's kind of there. Alright, and now the miner moss. I try to get everything back up and in place before I forget about it. Because like I said, I have forgot to hook up the duplex jigs and water hoses after a clean out before, but I do every time I start up the generator and everything. I have a look down here to make sure everything is white. So when it's white, that means it's running. When it's gray, kind of like they are right now, it means it's not working properly. Sorry for all the jumping up and down, but I'm getting stuck on those sluice runs. Nope, don't drop it. There we go. And now jump up here, and all those grates I put up here are nicely stored on the post somehow. There we go. Now the last thing I need to do is get up here to the main sluice. Grab our little shovel. I see they give us an area for 3 buckets up here. I'm assuming at some point there might be a worker that cleans out the sluices, so we can continue running instead of stopping when it's at 100%. At least that's what I'm guessing they'll do. I have no idea. Because the only worker we got helps us with the, oddly enough, is the front end loader. And right now I'm not hardly ever using the front end loaders, so I am paying him almost $900 a day, though. That one already cleaned out. There we go. Let's get this last one here. So, normally I would be happy if my gold total at the end of this clean out got up to, we'd be up to 60 ounces. Because at best it'd be a 40 ounce clean out, I would think. So I have, let's just say 20. So anything above 60 right now would be good. So I think that's everything. We're all set to go ahead and turn the wavetable on. Alright, so the duplex jig pumps first. Like I said, normally I was getting 40 ounces of magnetite per bucket out of here. So the more magnetite usually means the more gold. So with the new trommel, it'd be nice if you turned it on. That usually helps. So is it going to be more than 40 ounces of magnetite coming out of here now? And these buckets here are the ones that produce the least amount of gold right now, the way the system's set up. So 46. So right now it's a little bit better, but it could be I'm into some better gold area right now. So usually all the buckets kind of equal out on the duplex jig pumps. It seems like it's going to be pretty much the same total on all 4 of them. So, yeah, I'm expecting to get like 3 1/3 ounces per bucket right now. The real totals will come when I get to the buckets I got out of the nuggetator and also the sluice run on top. Yep, still staying right at that 46 ounces. And 3 1/3 ounces of gold. So I expect all these 4 buckets to be pretty much the same. But definitely finding a gold nugget to start with on the run, that's a huge bonus. Alright, let's go ahead and put that down here. We'll grab the smaller bucket first. Now, what was there, like 3% in this bucket? And that had 55 ounces of magnetite into it. That's from the nuggetator. So, I think that might be a little bit bugged, because that seems like a lot of magnetite for that little, for about 3% of the bucket. Now this one here, I expect to be like 200 ounces of magnetite at least. If it's in a good spot. See how much we get out of here. And you can see the magnetite bucket is already up to 8% full as well, 9% full. Be over 200 ounces. 260 ounces of magnetite. Now that's from the miner moss on the nuggetator. And this one here usually seems to be a little bit less. And this bucket needs to go back up here for next run. And jump on down here. 168 ounces of magnetite. So right now we're at 54 ounces. So we started at 18. So, I mean, there's a 40-ounce clean out. It's not going to be that much better, honestly, from what I'm seeing. I mean, it is better. Not a whole lot better. So 18 to 68. So a 50-ounce clean out, almost. So yeah, still not the greatest of clean outs. I mean, I got 10 more ounces of gold than I normally would. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people were saying with tier 3 you should be getting 100-ounce cleanouts. I got most of the tier 4 stuff, and I'm still not even getting close to 100 ounces. Alright, so what I gotta do now is make sure I go around and hook all my hoses back up that we just connected. Everything's turned off. Just make sure I'm ready for my next run. So yeah, so right now, if I mean, 60 ounces of gold is pretty darn good. That would give me like 50. Well, I shouldn't say 50. I'm not gonna lose that much gold when I smelt it. I probably got $80,000 worth of gold, I would assume. By the time I pay for smelting, I'm gonna lose some gold. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to get the drill and start doing some testing around here or not? I would like to get a little bit more cash, but see, I got those 2 hoses hooked up. Duplex jig pumps are plugged in. Yeah. So like I said, it's going to cost me $40,000 in order to get able to get the drill on the site because I got too much machinery on the site. And then it's going to cost me a little bit of money to lease it. Now, the only thing, if I go do it now, and I got it for the day, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, I can get a lot of drilling done in a day. I'm going to have to make my mind in between episodes. So when we start next episode, either I will have drilled some of the site, and we'll start the episode of me drilling what's left of the site to drill, or I'm not going to have drilled at all, and I'm just still digging away and grinding away at just getting 50 ounces of gold per clean out as the situation I'm in right now. Finding a gold nugget, that was nice. It's been a while since I had one of those. How are we doing on fuel here? I think we're fine on fuel on everywhere. The only thing that's kind of low on fuel, but I'm not using it that much right now, is the wheel loader. But we did order some fuel for our wonderful big fuel tank that we got down there. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. I don't want it up here. I mean, this is not going through the fuel hardly at all. So I can come up here with the mobile diesel tank and just top that off when need be. But there we have it. We do have now the new trommel, but I didn't see where that helped out a whole bunch more. I mean, did it help out more? I think so. If we're going by the totals I was getting before, or did I just hit a little bit more rich gold area? Not too sure. And yeah, I'm not going to bother checking the farmhand because we've already checked the farmhand, I do believe, this episode, and nothing was available. And hopefully no more bears attack my equipment either. I do got 40 more percent of dirt in the shaker. Probably the next thing I would upgrade would be the shaker deck itself. Maybe that's going to help out get some more of the gold out. Not too sure, but the nuggetator definitely is making a big improvement. The trommel to be determined. I mean, I don't want to go on one clean out and say that, you know, that was $250,000. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning towards maybe doing the drill thing and just trying to find out where the good gold is so I can get some more. Obviously, more the better. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Gold Rush the Game. But until then, have a good one.